Hey everyone, it's Queen of Light 1111. Wanted to do something a little different for today's reading. So today we are looking at the weekend energies for the masculine. So I asked specifically, what is the divine masculine going to be thinking, feeling, and dealing within his environment as related to his feminine over the course of this weekend, July 19th through the 21st. So let me know on Monday how this resonated, okay? So if you want to book your own personal reading with me, go to queenoflight1111.com and I do readings and coaching sessions. I've got some new readings that are listed, right? I've got the journey of the masculine where we look at what he was learning before you and what was his lesson, what is he dealing with now since he's met you and what that lesson is, and then what's going to happen in the future and what lesson he will learn since he's met you. So I do offer that for the masculine and for the feminine. So if you're interested in understanding more about your own journey, I have that too, and it's available all the way at the bottom of my website in special services. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So what is his theme for his headspace, okay, when he's going to be going through today, Friday, July 19th, and the weekend? Two cards flew out for him. We have the Light, which is the Sun card, and the Universe. Things are going to be completing, guys. So things are definitely going to be completing in his life. He's going to be closing cycles now successfully. So when this card comes out, number 19, which is a 10, which is like a close of a cycle, right? This is all about, this is the time for him to start to be in the light. Who's the light? His feminine is the light. And so no matter what's happening around him, there's going to be prosperity and bliss and pleasure and happiness and contentment and success, okay? So he really just wants to be successful. When he thinks about his feminine, he wants to have happiness, he wants to have joy, he wants to be within her light, okay? This is one of the most positive cards in the deck, okay? And it's this, I love this card. When I created my own tarot a long time ago, which is not for sale, I chose to list myself as the Sun. I love the Sun card. And so that this has come up is very auspicious, okay? And for him to be in this energy of wanting to be within the light and to come out of this shadow, I think is very, very awesome. This is what he's going to be working on, and this is what he's going to be wanting in his headspace. And then we have this completion card, okay? This is card 21. This is the World card. So when this comes up, this is about, completing cycles. He's completing cycles, and we'll get into this. This is the Universe card. And so this means that this journey, remember, she just got this just a couple of days ago. So he is not far behind on the journey anymore. He's not. In fact, he's very much catching up, okay? And so this is about him being rewarded for these efforts. That's all this success, all this work that he's done, that he's coming to this cycle of completion and liberation and fulfillment, all right? And that everything that he's wanted is within his reach, all right? So what's the energy around this, okay? The energy around this is action, okay? His energy oracle card is action. This is the number 8, cycles completing. It's so funny because I also had a dream about horses the other day and I didn't realize that this has horses, but action. This is about energizing effort, willingness to work. This is saying now it's time to be aggressive in your move forward. Now that you've completed this cycle, and now that you're operating in the light, now that you've balanced the shadow and the light within yourself, now it's time to take action. And this card, when it comes up, it says you're on the right track. He's on the right track, but now his efforts must increase to catch up to that white horse. That is the light. That is the feminine. The black horse behind is that masculine, just 2 leaps behind, okay? He's catching up. And so now he's going to catch up by taking action. So as you know, once I do these themes, then I kind of drill down a little bit deeper into exactly what is happening in the headspace as related to this light, as related to this completion, as related to his action, okay? So what's happening? Well, what's happening is 4 of Wands. He's thinking about his stability. He's thinking about his union. He's thinking about what he wants and how he wants this union with his feminine. And he wants to start to take action towards it now that he's seen the light and he's completed this cycle. He's seeing her in the Queen of Cups energy, in her full compassion, in her loving self, okay? And in the way that he's viewing her and thinking about her, he wants the 10 of Cups. He wants to build this legacy. He wants to build this family in this new and improved beginning, okay? These all flew out. So that's what's happening in his headspace. That's what he's going to take action towards. So now what's happening in his heart? The Magician. He's been getting this week. He is the Magician. He is aware of that he now has the tools and the resources. Remember, in his headspace, he's successful. He's just completed a cycle. Now he's ready to take action as the Magician and manifest these things that he wants. Manifest the Four of Wands. Manifest the Ten of Cups. Manifest this new beginning. He is ready. He's ready. And we had 2 cards that flew out for the energy of his heart. And I'm not surprised that we have 2 cards for his heart space and 2 for his headspace on the energies. We got 1 energy card, 2 psychic tarot decks about what he's thinking, because in his heart space, he's balancing out his head and his heart. So in his head, he's got illumination, success. He completed cycles. In his heart, door to romance and a man holding the coin. This is like the offer, okay? So the door to romance card, when that comes up in this deck, this is all about him being ready to have this new beginning. And it even says in the book about this new beginning in love. This is like this relationship. This is this relationship where his heart is now open, okay? And he's ready to experience it, all right? So this is very much about he's ready to become tender again, match her in her Queen of Cups. He's ready to, be in his feelings, be in his heart space. He wasn't there before. And now that he's there, he's ready to make that offer. He's ready to make that offer. One thing I want to point out to you guys here in the cards, like I just said, right? So number 19 is completed a cycle. This World card is about completion. This number 17 card, 8, is about completing that cycle. 8's about cycles. Now we have this 1. We've got this awareness, this journey, this creation, okay? And door to romance is 33. This is 66. It's about harmony. But look at this. The next card is a number 43. Just 10. 43 minus 33 is 10. He's completed this cycle where his heart is opened. And in 43, number 7, is now he is this spiritual seeker, this person with this open heart that's open to the possibilities of happiness in his life. And so now that he is ready and his heart is open, he's ready to make an offer. This is about making a connection with someone. This is about offering something to someone. And this is about an aspect of himself that he's ready. He's ready to offer. I know it's a coin. It's not the man with the heart, but this is a tangible offer. This is about, success when he's taken control of things. He's feeling like this King of Pentacles energy. This is like a King of Pentacles energy. He's feeling stable. He's feeling grounded. He's feeling successful. And so when he feels that way, now his heart is open and he's feeling like the Magician, okay? And so as we drill down into his energies for his heart, Ace of Cups, he's loving himself more. Remember, prior readings this week, he had those third-party energies because he wasn't loving himself, because he needed to go outside of himself to feed his ego, to feel love, to get attention. And so now that this cycle is completing, I'm not at all surprised that his cup runs over. And now, because he loves himself, he's ready to offer his heart to his feminine. And guess what, guys? In his heart, what is he doing? He's laying down the burdens. 10 of Wands. He's like, this, and my heart was too much. What was too much? This 3 of Cups energy. This 3 of Cups energy, these third-party energies were a burden. It was too much. It was too much. So then what happens? 10 of Swords. It's over. Do you see here, guys? 3 cups, 3 people. Ten of Swords, 3 people. That is over. He has learned his final lesson here. And that is going to culminate over the course of this weekend. That because he loves himself, he can now offer this high vibrational heart to his feminine because he's laid down. Look at this 3 of Cups is bookended by 2 tens. This is what he's completing. He lays down the burdens of the 3 of Cups and ends that cycle within him. Crazy. Okay. So now what's happening in his environment as related to this feminine? Well, 4 of Swords. He's taking the time now in his environment to rest and rejuvenate from this journey, from this lesson that has been very difficult. What was the lesson? 3 of Cups. These third parties, this energy of it was exhausting, and he finally learned his lesson. He's learned his lesson. I know it says rejoice in celebration, but this is 3 of Cups energy, and because it came up in here in his heart space, I have to call it what I'm intuitively feeling, which is he is healing these energies in his environment. And this is typically where I expect the third party energies to come in, because those people are in his environment, not necessarily actively participating in his heart space, although they can affect it because it's showing here. But this is showing here, this 10 of Wands, 10 of Swords with the 3 of Cups is because he's loving himself. He can now offer his heart to this feminine because now he's the magician, okay? He's the magician, he's the King of Pentacles. And so now he's healing in his environment from this 3 of Cups energy. And look guys, 43, 4, 3. Guess where we got the 43? The man holding the coin. So this is about stabilization for this 4 of Wands union. This 3 is about this energy of the third parties that is over, right? He needed this lesson, okay? So now what happens? 52. This is a number 7, just like that. Man holding a coin, goddess of the moon. So when this energy comes up in the reading, goddess of the moon, this is about him using his intuition. He used his intuition. And by the way, we just had this moon. We just had this eclipse. And I did the reading, guys. If you guys listen, I'm telling you, I've been doing this for a long time. And so this is very much consistent with the energies that I read about what he was going to release, what was going to happen to him in the moon's energy. And so exactly what happened. He has retreated. He is healing from those third party energies because of this goddess of the moon. He used his intuition. He's gone within to understand. Remember, number 7 is a spiritual teacher, spiritual thinker, spiritual learner. And so now he has the insights that he's received from his soul's point of view, okay? This is also about he's received downloads and information, and now he's got all sorts of information to make a decision about what to do. And what was the decision? That he's seen the light. He's completed this part of his journey where he's learned his lessons, that he was not being fulfilled on the outside, that he needed to be fulfilled within. And once he learned that lesson, he then opened his heart and can open his heart to be with his feminine. So let's drill down further about what's happening in his environment. Look at, guys, you're not going to believe it. Page of Swords. So in the After Tarot, the way that I read this, so typically Page of Swords is about, social snooping. This is also about, delayed communication, sometimes brutal, blunt communication. Well, he's been really honest, and look who's coming at him. 3 people. 3 people, 3 of Cups people. And what does he have? The sword to cut them out. Okay, why? 5 of Cups, because he looked at all this spilled milk, and now he's actually turning his head to look at the 2 of Cups. He's looking at his blessing. He's looking at his union with his feminine. And so now what? He completes the juggling. He's done juggling. He's not off balance. He's not off kilter, okay? He's moving towards balance. He's balancing things out. And yes, there are 2 other people in this, but he's balancing out those 2 other people and his feminine, and he's now done with the balancing act. He's done with the juggling. And so then what? Then he gets prepared to make this offer. Remember, man holding a coin. This is what's happening in his environment. He's cutting people out. He's looking at all of this stuff that's happened. He's done being this victim, feeding himself through Three of Cups, through third-party situations. He's seeing his blessing of his feminine. He's done with the juggling act and preparing to make this offer towards his feminine. That's what's happening, guys. Bottom of the deck for the Psychic Tarot is Love Begins. This is Ace of Cups. Now that he's filled his heart, he's ready to start this connection. What is the bottom of the deck for the energy cards? Door to personal healing and happiness. He has healed himself. He has healed this energy. And now he's ready, 10 of Cups, to be happy. Bottom of the deck for the After Tarot, 8 of Cups. This is when you go looking for the 2 of Cups, because all these things did not fulfill you. And now you're back on the journey to find your 2 of Cups, which is your feminine. Okay? That's exactly what's going to happen, or what's going on as far as the energies are concerned for this weekend. Let me know if it resonates, guys. Again, take a look at my full moon reading for the masculine, and I will tell you, this is what's happening now. This is what I had already predicted. Take a look. And if you want to book your own personal reading, go to queenoflight1111.com. Have a great, great weekend. Bye, everybody.